Hi friends, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create a lay-flat sketchbook like you see here. So it's a sketchbook with plain blank pages, however you can also make them lined as well if you wish. When you open it up, the pages lie completely flat like you see here. So it's perfect for taking sketches or writing in it. It will always lay completely flat like this. The only material I've used for this sketchbook is just simple cardstock. 220 GSM paper, and then normal white paper for the inside. And feel free to also use just normal copy paper, which is 80 or 90 GSM in thickness. Then in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create something like this together, how you can export the cover and then the inside cover on Planify Pro, and then how you can assemble everything together into a finished lay-flat sketchbook like you see here. So let's get started. Now, first things first, let's export the cover pages and the inside cover pages right here. So let me quickly detach the cover. You see the cover can be removed from the sketchbook. So this is the sketchbook. When you open up the sketchbook, there is a cover on the inside. This is cardstock, and then here is where the white pages start. So let's first download or get the inside cover page for the front and the back side. And then I'm also going to show you how you can get the cover page like this. First things first, open up planifypro.com, and then you want to click on create a planner like this. So click on create a planner. This is how it will look like. By the way, this sketchbook is in the A6 size. So we're creating everything in the A6 size. So let's first start with the inside cover. Very easy. You want to go to size menu, type in A6, select A6. Then we don't need any widget boxes, so let's click on it. If this doesn't show up, make sure edit layout is set to on like this. So you can click on them and then remove them like this, and then here as well, remove the widget boxes. Okay, let's click on Finish Layout. Okay. Next, go to Pattern, and then here you can choose any pattern you like. Now, the pattern I have selected here is from the latest collection. If you go here to Fix Colors, and then if you scroll down, you see there are many different kinds of patterns you can select down here below. Then you want to fully show it by clicking here and set it to full like this. So this will apply the pattern throughout the page. Now here, go and select any pattern you like. I have selected this one right here. So select a pattern. Again, make sure this is in the A6 size. And then next, let's click on Save Export. It will ask you if you're printing it out on A4 paper or US letter size paper. Either option will be fine. I will print it out on A4 cardstock. So let's click on Generate PDF. Then click on Download PDF. Here it is. And then you want to print out both pages on 220 GSM cardstock. However, the cardstock can be as thick or as thin as you like. It just has to be a tiny bit thicker than the inside pages right here, so it will be more stable and protect your sketchbook. So let's first download this to the device. So I will click here and download it. Then open it up in Adobe Acrobat Reader. Then you want to click here on Print. And then you want to set it to scale 100%. Then next, click here on Printer. And then usually here you can select the quality. So here under Media Quality, you can go here to Quality, and then you can here select Best. And this will print it out at the best quality possible, which I recommend you when you print out covers. Have this selected, click on Print. Make sure 100% scale is selected, and then print this one out on two cardstock. One's the front, and then the other one is the back cover right here. Okay. Next, let's go back to Planify Pro, and then now I'm going to show you how you can print out this part. So you want to go here, and we can just click here and click on Add New Page down here below. Then this cover right here is in the A4 size. However, you can also print it out on US letter size paper or legal size paper. So whatever paper size cardstock you have at home, choose that sizing. Let's go here to the size menu, and I'm going to look for A5. So I want to select the A5 size, so when I print this one out left and right, this will be the A4 size. So 2 A5 sizes equal the A4 size. If you're going to print out your cover page on US letter size paper, you're going to look for this sizing right here, half letter page, okay? So the left and the right side combined, this whole page will be the US letter size. If you, for example, have legal size paper, you want to look for the sizing called half legal. And this is the size you're going to select if you're printing it out on legal size paper. So back, I'm going to print this one out on A4. I'm going to go and select A5, like this. Once you have the sizing selected, you want to go to pattern. And then here you want to again select any pattern you like. So here we have many patterns to choose from. The one I have selected is this one right here. And then you see that I have here a yellow spine. This is how it will look like once the cover is on. You see there also is like a yellow spine here in the middle. It goes around like this. To apply a spine, what you want to do is you want to go here to spine, and then you want to select any pattern. When you select a pattern, you see that it will apply here into the middle. So for example, here I have selected a yellow solid color. You can also select a solid color up here. Then you want to go here, click on any color dot, and then you want to select the color right here. I want to select the same color as these icons in the pattern. So I'm going to go here and select the color with an eyedrop, like this. And then I can reselect the color here on the right side, like this. Now let's check out how wide the spine has to be. So right here, this measurement up here, you can set it to any measurement you like. So 60, 30 millimeters. Here are many different kinds of metrics, millimeter, inches, points. Let's set it to millimeters. Now here you see I have set this one to 2 centimeters. So this one is 2 centimeters, about maybe 1 or 1.5 inches wide. And then here, this one is 2 centimeters wide as well. The measurement only applies to half the page, so just this distance right here. This distance right here is this measurement here on the side. So basically, we would need to measure the whole thing and then divide it in half. So from the middle to the sides, this one is approximately 30 millimeters. The whole thing is 60 millimeters or 6 centimeters. If you want to make this one smaller, if you want to show less of the yellow part of the spine, you can also set it to 20 millimeters. Now next, let's click on Save Export right here. Maybe best is to not show any cut lines. You see here the cut line is showing. You can go here to cut line and hide the cut line like this. Now they're not showing anymore. Go back to Save Export, select A4 or US letter size, click on Generate PDF like this. Here is the PDF file, and then you want to save this one to your computer. You want to open it up in Adobe Acrobat Reader and then click here on Print. Then go here to Printer, and then you want to make sure that the quality is set to best, like this. Then you want to print this one out on cardstock again, 220 GSM or any cardstock you have available at home. And you want to make sure 100% is selected, and if possible, try to print it out borderless. So some printers can print borderless and others cannot. So you'll have to check with your printer if it's possible on your end. If you can't print borderless, then no problem. You can just trim off the white edges around the paper. now that we have the cover and the inside cover, we can now move on to the DIY part where I show you how you can assemble everything together into a finished sketchbook like this. So before we start, for the paper right here, I've used this paper here, which is in the A5 size, and it's 70 GSM paper, so that's the weight of the paper. So I highly recommend, if you can, try to get A5 pre-cut paper. That will make everything much easier. So you want to take your paper, in total get around 100 sheets of paper. So 100 sheets of 70 GSM paper will create a sketchbook with about this thickness, which is around 2 diameters in thickness. So take your A5 pre-cut paper, 70 GSM if possible. Can also be thicker. If you are using 90 GSM paper, then you probably will only need around 80 to 90 pages in total. So take your stack of paper and then you want to fold them all in half. Very simple. You just want to take your paper like this and then fold it in half like this. And you want to do this around 100 times. So you can then have a big stack with 100 folded pages in total. Then once you've folded all your paper in half, you then want to take your inside cover. So this part right here. You want to first trim off all the white sides like this, and then you will end up with 2 covers. And then you want to fold the cover in half like this. Then next you want to take a glue stick and then you want to glue the inside white side of the cover like this. And then take a simple white page, one of your white pages you have folded, and you want to stick it to the inside like this, as you see here. So this one, for example, will be either the front or the back side. Then do the exact same for the other side, for the second one. Glue it and then you want to take a white sheet and then stick it onto the side like this. Then next you want to take all your folded white pages and then you also want to take your cover pages and then add them to the front and to the back. So you should have it like this. This is how it should look like, so double check if everything looks correct. Then you want to take a book press. If you don't have a book press, you can also try and take some big clips and then clip the pages together because you want to glue the top of all the folded pages. Make sure that you're gluing this part right here. Don't glue the loose leaves. Make sure that you're gluing the part where the pages are folded. And at this part you might want to add some more glue as usual. It takes quite a lot of glue to cover the whole area, so use as much glue as you need. Then I also recommend you to shift the paper to the left and then applying the glue, and also shifting to the right side and applying the glue there as well, so it can cover also the inside of the pages. Then once you've applied the glue, you want to make sure that the pages are pressed together, so make sure it's pressed very firm, and then you want to leave it for a couple hours to dry. So here I'm using a fan to speed up the process, but best is to let it dry for an hour at least, or a couple hours, or best is to just leave it overnight or 12 hours to 24 hours so it can be completely dry here at the spine. Then also when you dry the spine, best is to maybe take an additional white sheet of paper and then add it to this side and the other side just as protection so the glue doesn't flow down here to the cover. So you can also take some white paper as protection when you dry your spine or your sketchbook. Then once your sketchbook is completely dry, there is something you can do to create very smooth edges. This is optional, but if you have like a heavy-duty paper cutter, then try to trim off the sides. So you can take maybe 1 or 2 millimeters off the sides, the top, the side and the bottom, and it will leave you with a very clean edge like this. So if you do have a heavy-duty paper cutter, I recommend it to then additionally trim off the sides if you can. If you can't do that, then no problem at all. Next, let's move on to the cover page. So you want to take your cover, then you want to measure how tall your cover has to be. Once you've cut it, you then want to make the inside folds. So you then want to lay your sketchbook in the middle and then mark exactly where you will need to fold it. Fold it for the inside at the spine, and then you also want to fold it on the outside, right here. So you want to mark on the outside where exactly you need to fold it, and then fold it so you can then have something that looks like this. Then all that is left to do is to take your book and wrap the cover like this. And your sketchbook is completed, and this is how it should look like. It's a really fun project, and the pages are very secure. They do not fall out. I've tested them a couple days now. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!